What happens when the hunger for revenge meets the deafening pressure of 50,000 voices screaming for blood? This isn't just a game. This is Jackson State versus Alabama State, the most explosive matchup of the season. Today, we dive into a matchup that's redefining the meaning of rivalry in HBCU football. This battle isn't about stats. It's about pain, redemption, and unfinished business. If you truly love football, you're in the right place. But before we continue, click the subscribe button, leave a comment with your location, and watch this video until the end. The algorithm rewards those who finish the videos and subscribe. They get the updates first. Let's set a goal together. As many views and new subscribers as possible for this video. Your support keeps this channel alive, and if we reach this milestone, we promise to continue delivering weekly content like this. Stick with us. The emotional trigger of this rivalry isn't just on the field, it was captured on camera. Khalil Stewart, during a live podcast, learned that defensive coordinator Ron Lewis had left the program. His reaction went viral, raw, honest, and heartbreaking. This wasn't just a coach leaving, it was a soul ripped from one of the SWAC's most feared defenses. According to SI, Jackson State's defense led the FCS in nearly every statistical category last year. But things have changed. As HBCU Sports reports, this back-to-school game has championship implications and will be broadcast live on ESPNU. The whole country is watching. What better setting for a grudge match that's been years in the making? But what happens when the scars are still raw? Alabama State didn't just lose Lewis, they also lost cornerbacks coach James Williams. What was once a granite wall has become a defense in transition. Stewart reflected, "Last year, teams couldn't even cross midfield. Now we're just trying to hold them to field goals. The philosophy has shifted to bend, but don't break, a young, raw unit learning to survive under maximum pressure." So the question now is, who inherited this legacy, and what did they do with it? Can trauma be transformed into triumph, especially in a game where every play carries the weight of memory? This isn't just a football game. It's a battlefield of legacies. Alabama State enters the arena wielding one of the most physically imposing offensive lines in recent school history, led by the towering Cam Smith, 6'7", 300 pounds, flexible enough to do a full split and spring back like it's nothing. And behind that wall, there's Jamari Holto, the unsung hero, the silent assassin waiting for his moment. He doesn't get the spotlight. He doesn't get 20 carries a game, but he makes every touch count. This is the setup of a hero's journey, the kind that legends are built on. When the lights are brightest and the world is watching, it's these overlooked names that can shake the scoreboard. This is the heartbeat of Alabama State's offense. But is heart alone enough? According to PFF and ESPN, Alabama Crimson Tide, often seen as the untouchable symbol of Southern football, is showing cracks. The pass rush lacks consistency, and quarterback uncertainty looms like a storm cloud. Yahoo Sports points out that Alabama is giving up an average of 5.0 yards per rush, a stat that would have been unthinkable just a season ago. Add to that the wild unpredictability of this matchup. Will it be a 45-42 shootout or a bloodbath like 13-10? As Khalil Stewart explained, scoring too fast leaves your defense gassed, too slow, and the enemy regroups. Every decision on the field becomes a gamble. Each possession is a test of patience and pressure, and one bad call could shift the balance entirely. Beyond the chalk lines, this is more than rivalry. It's war between institutions. As Clutch Points calls it, this is the premier HBCU clash of the year. These schools don't just fight in football, they battle in baseball, softball, tennis. It's embedded in their DNA. Winning here isn't just for bragging rights. It echoes across campuses, alumni circles, and communities. The culture of competition pulses through everything they do. Now, as the game nears its crescendo, one final question lingers. Who will rise from the shadows? Who will be the hero no one saw coming? The player that history forgets until he makes himself unforgettable? Some games aren't played just with cleats and helmets. They're fought with history, pain, and unspoken dreams. What we witnessed between Jackson State and Alabama State wasn't just football. It was a reckoning with past defeats, with lost leaders, with moments that still haunt players and fans alike. From Khalil Stewart's raw emotion when he lost a coach he believed in, to the relentless march of young defenders trying to honor what came before them, to unsung warriors like Jamari Holto, waiting for a chance to etch their names into history. This game was living proof that football isn't about winning at all costs. It's about fighting for something that matters, and that's the true lesson from this sacred field. Rivalry isn't just about who scores more, it's about keeping a flame alive, one that represents tradition, pride, and brotherhood. It's about carrying the voices of those who played before you, and the hopes of those still watching in the stands. When Jackson State scheduled Alabama State for their homecoming, they weren't just looking for a show, they invited fire into their house, and Alabama State answered with fire of their own. Both programs brought more than game plans. They brought soul, they brought history, they brought legacy, and in the process, they gave us something rare, a battle where the scoreboard couldn't capture what was truly at stake. If you stayed with us this far, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We don't just make videos here, we build stories that connect us, and you, right now, are part of that story. So do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, share this video with a friend who loves college football, and check the pinned comment for any sources or extra content we've added for you. Your watch time, your support, your voice, they all matter. This is bigger than content. This is community. Let's grow this movement together.